We're in the beautiful Lake Tahoe area, and this is our first time back in 6 years. We did not have a YouTube channel the first time we visited, so we're super excited to bring you along to some of our favorite spots along the lake, and we're going to be checking out one of the most popular state parks in Nevada, Sand Harbor. The color of the water is so beautiful. Welcome to Lake Tahoe, one of the most stunning alpine lakes in North America. Nestled in the Sierra Nevada mountains, Lake Tahoe straddles the border of California and Nevada and is the largest alpine lake in the U.S. Formed over 2 million years ago during the Ice Age, its crystal clear waters are fed by snowmelt and natural springs, surrounded by towering pines and granite peaks. In our humble opinion, it's one of the most beautiful places in the country. Today, Lake Tahoe is a major destination for outdoor enthusiasts, offering everything from winter activities like snowmobiling and skiing to summertime fun at beautiful beaches, kayaking, and hiking. Thanks to our 1,000 Trails membership, we snagged 2 weeks of camping at Tahoe Valley Campground, conveniently located in South Lake Tahoe on the California side. This is a great jumping off point to explore the southern areas of the lake or take a little road trip east or west. Plus, there are restaurants and shops within walking distance. Our first visit to South Lake Tahoe was back in 2019. We hadn't even been on the road for a full year, and as I mentioned, we didn't have our YouTube channel yet. It was Memorial Day weekend, and I remember thinking it was so wild that it was snowing that late in the year. Spoiler alert, that happened again on this trip. We had never explored the eastern shore of Lake Tahoe, so we made the 45-minute drive over to check out a few more Nevada state parks. There are 4 along this side of Lake Tahoe, with Sand Harbor being the most popular, so much so that beginning in mid-April, you must have reservations to enter the park. There's a small visitor center with history of the lake, and the main attraction here is the beach, access to the lake, and they have 3 main hiking trails.
Well, this was a really fun find because it's a 15-minute loop trail that takes you right along the water, and they do all the hard work for you. It's even paved.
I will say it's 15 minutes, but we probably spent like a half an hour just because you're like stopping. You can go into these little alcoves, and the water is the most beautiful color of like teal and blue. It's so crystal clear. You've got the rocks, the snow-capped mountains, incredible photos. So we actually ended up spending a lot more time.
Yeah. These coves, there's almost no waves.
No, it's very calm.
Kind of astounding because it's also extremely shallow in these coves, so you can in fact go out. The sand too, it's really interesting. There's different textures of the sand. Like this one was really fine sand, and then sometimes there was really coarse sand as well.
Yeah, there was a sign explaining that at some other beaches along the lake, it's really rough and actually hurts your feet to walk on, which I think is why this is such a popular tourist destination for people who want to come and enjoy the lake and go on the beach and swim and kayak and all of that, because it is so powdery soft. And you can rent kayaks. There's actually an entire diving section here where you can go scuba diving, and they keep all the like swimmers and the kayakers out of that area. So there's all kinds of different lake recreation activities that you can do here. I'm actually really surprised by the amount of people that are on the beach right now, like having a full-on beach day. It is still quite chilly, I think, by our standards. So to see people out like actually swimming, and there's a bunch of guys like just in their swim trunks like hanging out at the beach. It's pretty funny to me.
It was snowing just a couple days ago, folks.
Yeah. Yes, and it's supposed to snow again this weekend. So now we're gonna go get some lunch. There is a restaurant here at the state park. How convenient is that?
Bacon. Bacon makes it better.
Yeah, they asked if we wanted bacon on it. We're like, heck yeah. Oh, just perfectly crispy and cheesy and delicious-y. Well, our bellies are full now. I love that they have a restaurant here. We were talking to the owner, and on a summer day, she said this place is hopping. They also have a full bar, and you can take your drinks and enjoy them on the beach.
Pages of drinks, actually. She said her menu is quite extensive. This is like pre-season, right? This is early May.
They just opened like 2 days ago. So since we're over on this side of Lake Tahoe, we're gonna head a little bit north and check out some other spots that we have saved on the map. And then we're going to continue back south, check out some more spots on the way back to South Lake Tahoe.
All right, so from the overlook parking, it is 0.2 miles to Hidden Cove?
Emerald Cove.
Emerald Cove. There's Secret Beach, Hidden Beach, Emerald Cove.
Yes. Not to be confused with Emerald Lake, which is on the other side, right?
Not to be confusing at all.
But I think I can see Emerald Cove, and I can see why it is called that. It's like glowing right now. It's so pretty. And there's this entire like little walkway. Part of it is like an elevated boardwalk along the lake here. It's beautiful. You want to go down there?
Yeah.
This is cool. Just be careful.
I'm gonna take the camera from you.
Okay. Good idea.
Come on.
Got it?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, guys. Welcome to my channel.
I'm not gonna fall. What is happening here?
It's like Shenandoah National Park.
Oh my gosh, it really is.
Here. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Please like and subscribe. Hi Caitlin.
This is like Shenandoah National Park. We had to climb through all those scrambles.
What was that called?
Old Rag.
Old Rag. Yeah.
That was one of the hardest hikes we've ever done in our lives. But it was worth it. But I don't ever need to do it again.
Wow.
It's incredible. I mean, the color of the water, it's like the Caribbean. It's so incredibly clear and teal. You can see all these little fish down there. Wow. Spooner Lake is another Nevada state park site in this area, and since we were visiting in early May, a lot of the trails were still closed. But there are over 50 miles of hiking trails, primitive walk-in campsites, and 2 backcountry cabins for rent, and Spooner Lake is the centerpiece of it all. A very different vibe from its next-door neighbor lake. This feels much more like an alpine lake that you would see like in Colorado or something. Apparently there's great fishing here if you're an angler.
I like how you just compared Lake Tahoe with this relatively small lake.
I'm not comparing it, I just said it was very different. It's not a comparison, it's not a competition. We headed back towards South Lake Tahoe and visited a place I had saved on my list, Idle Hour Lakefront Wine Bar. If you're looking for great ambiance with lakefront views, this is it. I loved the fun decor, and being able to relax lakeside with a flight of wine and some tasty bites was the perfect way to cap off a great day of exploring. And there's no shortage of great restaurants, breweries, and bars in the South Lake Tahoe area. Another one of our favorites is Coldwater Brewery. I had an incredibly delicious steak, and they have both beer and cocktails. And if you're looking for a twist on Mexican, check out Verde Mexican Rotisserie. It was so flavorful with huge portions. You'll definitely eat well in Tahoe. As many of you know, we travel full-time in our RV with our 3 adventure pups, Piper, Ella, and Scout. And even though we've been on the road for nearly 7 years, one of the most asked questions we still get is how do we make sure that they are safe in the RV while we're out exploring and they can't come along? We first tried out Waggle Pet Monitor, which is designed specifically for RVers and nomads back in 2021. And now with even more safety features, plus optional paired cameras, Waggle gives you that added layer of protection for your furry family members. The Waggle Pet Monitor Pro Plus tracks temperature, humidity, heat index, and even alerts your phone if your rig loses power. Plus, it will give you hyper-local weather alerts and GPS tracking. With Waggle's built-in Verizon 4G data, we get instant push notifications, texts, and emails if temperatures rise above our set threshold. And if you're like me, being able to see them gives you extra peace of mind. And now you can bundle the Pet Monitor with the Waggle camera, giving you a live look inside the RV. The Waggle Cam Mini AI features live streaming to your phone, 2-way audio, motion and sound detection, and its compact size makes it ideal for smaller living spaces. With Piper and Ella approaching their 12th birthday, they are most content just hanging out inside the RV and sleeping while we take Scout out on longer hikes and adventures. And now I don't have to worry at all about if they're comfortable and safe inside the RV thanks to Waggle. And if you want that added layer of protection while you're away from your RV, you can use code Newstate at checkout for a 60% discount on pet monitors, or use code NOMADS for 10% off cameras and bundles. Your furry family members will thank you later. We're getting ready to do a hike that we did 6 years ago with 2 different dogs. We had Piper and Ella with us on that hike. So we're gonna take Scout out and show her the beauty of the Cascade Falls trail. And I'm hoping that we can recreate this photo here. So we are going to be looking for this specific rock and see if we can take it with Scout this time. Just across from the trailhead is this big parking area with a beautiful overlook out into Lake Tahoe and Emerald Bay. And you can see Vikingsholm, which we hiked down to back back in 2019, and then you can also see Lake Tahoe's only island. Vikingsholm is a stunning Scandinavian-style mansion tucked right along the lake's edge. Built in 1929, it looks like something out of a fairy tale with stone walls, turrets, and even a sod roof. Bear with me because these shots are from our visit back in 2019. Access and tours just opened for the season, so we weren't able to make a return on this trip in early May. Visiting requires a 2-mile round-trip hike, and the uphill climb on the way back can be a bit of a workout, but it's worth it for the views alone. Once at the bottom, we toured the house and learned a bit about its history. Across the bay, we could see Fannette Island. As I mentioned, this is Lake Tahoe's only island, and sitting at the top are the ruins of a little stone tea house built around the same time as the mansion. Fannette Island and Vikingsholm are part of California's Emerald Bay State Park. And there's still snow on the ground here, which Scout was kind of excited to play in. I think there's going to be some more snow on the trail, so she'll get her snow fix. And of course she has her little hoodie sweatshirt on, so she's nice and toasty. We had our little warm-up hike through the campground and we made it to the actual trailhead. And that was a workout in and of itself because of the elevation and trudging through some of the deep snow. So when you get here to the trailhead, you have two options. You can go one way for Cascade Falls or the other way for Desolation. We do not need a permit since we are only going to Cascade Falls. I think it's 1.3 miles out and back, so it's not very far at all. If you plan on doing any of the longer hikes that you can do in this area, you do need a day use permit. Scout, are you ready?
Oh, Scout.
Yeah. You're born ready. All right, let's go, Scout.
What do you think?
Downloaded photo. Yeah, I think so, because there's the tree.
Well, that was definitely the rock, but not exactly
The right
same
angle.
Yeah, with the tripod that we have now, it was a little higher than the old photo, but how amazing, we found the same rock.
I know, we got to bring Scout back here and recreate that photo. And this is just such a beautiful hike. Even just to get to that rock, like that's pretty much the start of the trail. We walked, I don't know, like 3 minutes, 5 minutes.
5 minutes, yeah. And then I think it's just kind of like a gradual, like up and down for the remainder of the trail, and then we come right back this way.
Yeah, but you go along the lake here and it's just so beautiful right now. You got the snow-capped mountains and the color of the water is so vibrant. It's perfect, and there's hardly anybody on the trail.
Do you hear the water?
Yeah. Is that the waterfall?
I think it's the waterfall.
No, not.
I don't remember. Yeah, I don't really remember the hike.
We just remember it being pretty.
Mm-hmm.
And that was about it. It was an overcast day. We didn't have a YouTube channel, so we had photos.
It wasn't an overcast day. It was a blue sky day.
It wasn't. It was cloudy.
In the photo, it's a bluebird day. Blue.
Those are clouds.
Small clouds.
No, it's an overcast day.
Small.
That's saturation.
Small clouds.
From the editing.
Small clouds. Oh man, look at how young we were.
I know. And Piper and Ella could see. We're all grown up. We're all getting old. Came around the corner and you can see the falls. I think that's Cascade Falls, and you're right. The roar is so loud.
It's okay.
It's almost like, is it wind or is it water? They sound very similar in this environment, but it's definitely water. So now we can see it. Okay, go ahead, Scout. Yeah. Yep, stay to the right. This way, come on. Go over here. Up. We're both recording. So we're like above the falls. Wow.
Oh, right there.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
And look, we're like in this basin, like a bowl.
So this was a glacier.
Oh yeah, it was a glacier. I was about to be like, I forget my terminology. Yes, the glacier carved this.
Yep, because it's a U-shaped bowl.
Yeah.
So if it's a U-shaped bowl, it's a glacier. If it's a V-shape, that was by water.
That's right. It's all coming back to me now. We were out east most of last year, and you don't have landscape like this, so you don't stay up to date. It's not fresh in your mind what you're looking at.
Look at that.
It's the waterfall.
Oh, top of the waterfall.
right, we're back. And it was even more beautiful than I remember, since I don't remember a whole lot of it.
I don't either. I forgot how much up and down there is. It's not a lot of elevation gain, but you definitely are going up a little bit and then down a little bit. And then the final approach to the top of the falls is definitely an incline, but not bad.
No, not bad at all. And you definitely want sturdy shoes if you are going to do this, because there's a lot of loose sand and big rocks that you're traversing over. So make sure you have something with good ankle support and good traction on it.
Yeah, and Scout had no problem.
No, Scout did better than, she's always better than us on hikes. She was made for hiking. So it is about 6 o'clock, just about, and I think we're gonna go find a brewery. And with that, we'll leave you with one more delicious recommendation in town, Lake Tahoe Aleworks. If you like wood-fired pizza, delicious salads, craft beer, cider, cocktails, and beautiful scenery, this is the spot for you. It also happens to be within walking distance of Tahoe Valley Campground, and their patio is dog-friendly. The pizza was truly incredible, and you can sample different beers and cider with their fun self-serve wall. If there weren't so many awesome restaurants in town, we would have eaten here 2 or 3 times during our visit. It was that good. Well, thanks so much for watching our adventures in Lake Tahoe. We'll see you soon.